The first honoree is a group of people that work to improve reliability of forensic science in courtrooms. So let's start with this. Faulty, misleading, or false forensic science is responsible for an estimated 1/4 of wrongful convictions. The Center for Integrity in Forensic Sciences has been working the past few years to counsel attorneys about the proper use of this kind of evidence. This nonprofit center was founded by Keith Findley, Jerry Buting, and Dean Strang. It is led by Executive Director Kate Judson. Congratulations, Keith and Kate, to both of you and your team for your innovative work. We're happy to have you today.
Thank you so much for this award. We're so grateful to the State Bar for this honor. I'm trying to move it so people can see it. Our innovation addresses how too often the criminal legal system fails the most vulnerable among us, and how too often our system fails to live up to our highest ideals. As Tom said, it's now known through research, testing, and investigation that 1/4 of exonerated people were wrongfully convicted because of the use of faulty forensic science. And that means that science, previously believed to be highly reliable, if not infallible, sent people to prison for crimes they didn't commit. And in many of those cases, it meant that the flawed science led investigators down the wrong path, so the real perpetrator remained free. Some of these individual injustices have been remedied, but it's not enough to take cases one at a time, because this approach deprives too many of justice. Citizen innovation comes from recognizing that what is now needed is systemic change. So we bridge the gap between law and science. These two worlds differ in many ways, but in order to reliably serve people, they need to integrate, not clash. That's why we're working with law students and science students to approach these problems together through coursework and externship opportunities. That's why we're teaching lawyers, judges, and other stakeholders about good science and how to recognize scientific testimony that's not so good. That's why we're in courtrooms advocating directly for change. That's why we're advising policymakers and legislators about failings in the system's response to scientific evidence, where we've seen it go wrong and where we might start to make it right. We're working for these changes to help our legal system fulfill its promises of equity and fairness. Accused people, victims, families, and communities deserve to be able to trust that justice will be done. And we're so grateful to you all for recognizing us, for honoring us, and for having us here today. I think Keith has a few words as well, so I'm gonna mute myself. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I want to join Kate in thanking the State Bar for this wonderful honor. A few things are as important to the legal system as its ability to determine guilt and innocence accurately in criminal cases. And this honor helps us work to improve the integrity of forensic science evidence, which is so important to this task. I also want to briefly take a moment to thank a few other people who made this all possible. First, I want to thank my co-founders and collaborators, attorneys Dean Strang and Jerry Buting, along with attorney Joe Boucher, who has joined our governing board, all three of whom could not be here this morning. Second, I want to thank our advisory board, which is really a remarkable group of national leaders in both science and law. The full list of advisory board members can be found at our website, sifsjustice.org. And among them, I want to give a special mention to Dr. Joe Handelsman, who is the director of the Wisconsin Institute for Discovery and a world-renowned microbiologist who is also helping to co-teach the course we run on forensic science for law students and science students. Third, I need to thank our staff, headed first of all, of course, by our executive director, attorney Kate Judson, whom you just heard from. I must say that hiring Kate was the best decision we've made yet, and she has helped guide SIFS to make a real and significant impact so very quickly. She's aided by her staff, Manya Chowdhury and Madeline Whedon, and of course I need to recognize all of the volunteers along with the law students and students in the sciences who have worked so diligently to advance our mission. So again, thank you to the State Bar for helping us all work toward a goal that we all share, and that is, of course, accuracy in our criminal litigation. Thanks very much.